Good evening, and welcome to this very special event. My name is Susan Engel, and I direct the Adult Division in the Charles Simon Center for Adult Life and Learning here at the 92nd Street Y. I want to thank Charlie Rose and his wonderful staff for taping tonight's program for television. And I want to thank you, our audience and patrons, for respecting the integrity of this evening and our policy not to use cameras, video, or audio throughout this program. Tonight, Tonight, I can't help but feel that we are part of history in the making here at the 92nd Street Y in presenting this debut appearance. And this has certainly been a personal wish and dream for me to come true. The format this evening is that our guest will read from his brilliant new book of lyrics and poems entitled Blackbird Singing, and then we'll be interviewed. I'm now delighted to introduce our interviewer, who will then bring out our amazing guest. 12 years ago, I saw Charlie Rose in the middle of the night on CBS Night Watch and invited him to come over from Washington to speak on the art of conversation. Since then, he has been our very great friend, bringing to our stage some of the most fascinating personalities of our time. Now he is soon to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Charlie Rose on PBS Channel 13. He has been honored at the Channel 13 Gala, won an Emmy, and has also expanded his role to include being a correspondent for CBS 60 Minutes. He has traveled around the world on location, interviewing dignitaries and literary figures and bringing them to the intimacy of our living room. From Libya, Paris, London, Israel, Hong Kong, and all across the world, his is the choice table that thinking people want to sit at. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a very warm welcome to the one and only Mr. Charlie Rose.
Thank you. Thank you. More than that, Sir Paul McCartney is here. To do something he's only done once before in Liverpool several months ago, to read from his new book of poetry and lyrics from songs that he is familiar with. It has been a remarkable 4 decades for him, starting in Liverpool, an extraordinary time in music, earning him the reputation by merit of one of the great songwriters of our time. He's also a painter, he's a sailor. He has been part of so many people's lives, and I am honored this evening to introduce him to you, and after a reading from his new book, a conversation about poetry, about music, and about our times. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Paul McCartney.
Hey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh well. So much for the no photography rule. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Okay. Hiya. Okay, as Charlie said, this is the second time I've ever done this. I did it in Liverpool at the Everyman Theatre, and it was good fun. I enjoyed doing it. Good place to start off, my hometown. And quiet at the back, please. Okay. And so I'm just going to read some poems and talk a little bit about them. I originally started, as you know, probably, songwriting. And why I started that, one of the reasons I think I started that was I was at school and I wrote a poem for the school magazine that I thought was very deep and meaningful. And it was rejected. So they're right, I'll show you. So that bit of my career you know about probably, but what happened as far as poetry was concerned was that I had a very good friend of mine called Ivan Vaughan, and he actually got Parkinson's disease in his early 30s, and our friendship started when at school I heard that he was born on exactly the same day as I was in Liverpool. So obviously our friendship started, we had plenty to talk about. And later on, he took me to a village fete in Woolton and introduced me to his friend, John Lennon. So obviously Ive was a very pivotal person in my life, and I loved him dearly. He used to play in our skiffle group that we had. And I used to play a thing called a tea-chest bass. For any of you who don't know what that is, it's these things that the tea used to arrive in England from India and places like that. And once you'd finished the tea, you got this empty case, and people will attach a broom handle on the top of it and a piece of string, and they use it as an instrument. So Ive was the bass player in the skiffle group. You didn't need to be too musical, but you just had to have a lot of passion, and Ive had that. He went on to be a classic scholar at Cambridge, and as I say, he got Parkinson's, died very young. And the tragedy was he knew exactly what was going on. He was very well read, so he could understand exactly what was going on with him. But he was mad to the end. He had a little rhyme we used to say, Cranlock Navel, Cranlock Pie. This kind of thing he'd just come out with, you see. This is why I love the boy. So that's a brief explanation to the poem. It's called Ivan. Two doors open on the 18th of June. Two babies born on the same day in Liverpool. One was Ivan, the other me. We met in adolescence and did the deeds they dared us